video is about inventory management. So we'll be discussing how to search for inventory, select inventory, make transfers, and also do inventory adjustments. You're looking at the inventory home screen. At the top, you're seeing the product catalog. So if you previously watched the list section, you know this is where you can look at all your products that are set up in the system. The product catalog is just that, a catalog. So it doesn't mean that you have the product in stock. All inventory is where you would be going to view what you have available in the warehouse. So I could click on this all inventory picture, and it takes me to the search page for my inventory in stock. So you have lots of search options here at the top. You can search by location, if you have consignment warehouses, or if you have multiple branches in your company. You can search by product form, group, category, origin, or even sizes. So if I just search by a name here, it's going to bring up all the products with absolute in the name. And it gives you a very brief breakdown of what you have on hold, on a sale order, perhaps in transit, and shows you exactly what you have available. If I wanted to see more detail, I can expand this, and it's going to show me the individual pieces. So you're seeing the serial number, the lot, block, bundle, bin information, the present location, the quantity here, any notes, and then the status of the material. So in this last column, you can see some icons. The hand means that it's on a hold. I can actually click on that hand, and it shows me the detail. You might also see sale order there, SO, some arrows meaning that it's in transit, or even a cart icon to show that it is in someone else's cart and they have selected it. Photos would be dark gray if there is a photo uploaded. This little eye icon is the detailed information about the piece. So if you wanted to see some costing information, if you have access to that, you could see that here. The inventory walkthrough would show you any invoices, returns, things like that that the piece has been on in the past. And if you're a fabricator working with Slabsmith, this is where the integration to that software would be. So if the slab or piece of material has a checkbox here next to it, that means that it is available in inventory. So if you check mark those items, then you see a cart generate on the right-hand side here. This is where you can start a transaction, a transfer, a hold, or a sale order. Your cart is also always here at the top right-hand corner of your screen. So if you do go to a different module and you want to jump back, this would store that information here until you actually manually delete the item from your cart. So you want to make sure that when you leave for the day or you go on vacation that you remove those items, but administrators would be able to do that for you also. From this cart page, there's lots of options. So you're still able to do those transactions here. You're able to update slabs, update bins, print additional barcodes here, or print the cart perhaps if you'd like to give that to the customer for reference. If you're integrating with any sort of scanner or tablet, this is where you can actually put your cursor into this field, and as you're scanning the material, it would add it to your cart for you. Now for administrators or anyone working with adjustments, this is where you would see that option. So you actually have to have some material in your cart in order to see this adjustments icon. And when you click on that icon, you have 4 options. You can write off the material, you can revalue it, you can reclassify it, which basically means changing the name of it in the system, Or if something breaks, you can split the inventory into 2 individual pieces. There is a 5th type of adjustment, which is not in the cart section. It's in the inventory home section. Right here, inventory adjustments, this is a positive adjustment. So if I were to click on the plus sign here, you would be able to add material into your inventory directly. So if you're used to the older system, instead of doing a dummy purchase order, this is how you would add that material. Okay. Now the all inventory is also broken down into 2 sections, you can see. So inventory by location, if you had more than one branch of your company, they would be listed here. And also consignment locations would be listed here. So you can search just by location or just by inventory type. Now don't think that there's a ton of screens that go into this. If I clicked on any of those options, it would take me to my all inventory page. It's the exact same page. It just predefines either the location or the form for me. The inventory in transit, this is tied to the purchasing module. So it doesn't show any supplier or costing information, and it solely depends if the purchasing department put an ETA date in on the PO. If they did, it would show on this calendar. So this is a great resource if you're wondering when material is coming in so you can plan ahead. So if you're out of something, I would reference this and see if it is coming in, and you can update your customer. So on the 16th, you're seeing that supplier invoice 2035 is actually coming in, and what product and how much of it you're getting. It's in calendar form and also in list form here. This is also where you're doing transfers. So you have a transfers icon here. I can click on the plus sign to start a new transfer. And I basically need to say what my from location is and what my to location is. Now because I have one item in my cart, that item is automatically put on this transfer. If I don't want it, just simply click on the red X to remove it. Here on the right-hand side, you're seeing 2 tabs, the search for inventory and the to be transferred tab. So the to be transferred tab is if your company allows your sales reps to select material for a transaction that is not at their location. So if you had more than one location and you select the material from the other location, it would show in this to be transferred list. So someone doing the transfers would know that you requested the material and you would like it transferred to them. Search for inventory, I can just search by name or by SKU, select the material. It's going to expand and show me the material. You're seeing that these couple at the top are on a hold. The rest are in stock with the check marks. So I can select those items. This is another place in the system where you can update dimensions. And if you're sending this to a consignment location, make sure that you put in the price that they should be selling the material at. And add your transfer. And I forgot something here. Let's try that once more. Here we go. I'll pick my to location first this time so it works correctly. Add my material and add my new transfer. Now a transfer is a accounting transaction. So once you receive or complete a transfer, you're not going to be able to update it all. So just keep that in mind that you have the unit price, the quantity, and the dates correct, because it will be locked down prior to or after receiving. So at this point in time, you can print out a pick ticket, a packing list, when the transfer has actually been completed, go to the transfer, click on Receive this transfer, click on Receive Transfer again to save, and now that material has been moved to the other location. Now apparently this demo has not been set up correctly for a consignment location, so we're seeing an error. Once you complete the transfer, you're going to be able to look at the information for the slab, and you would see that the parent or the present location has changed. Currently, this slab is on a transfer. Let's go back to inventory. I could also click on the picture of the transfer icon, and I would see all my open transfers. You would see actually if they're open or they've been completed here. The inventory walkthrough in your inventory home is a great place to go back and look at the history of material. The walkthrough is going to show everything. So material that has been entered in on a packing list but not received will show here, as well as sold material. So I could expand the information and I would see here all the detail. This is on a sale order. This has had an adjustment for reclassification, and some of these have been sold. So I could look at the detail information in this case, look at the inventory walkthrough, and I can see on October the 11th, it's been invoiced to 3G Contracting. The last thing I want to go over here dealing with inventory management is the physical count. This is a two-step process. Generally, the first step is for administrators to start a session. So they would come here and click on the plus sign, start a session for the reconciliation, and title it. So perhaps we're doing all Uba-Tuba slabs today. Then they're going to tell the system exactly what you're reconciling. It could be as specific as the bin or the type, category, or just a particular color. They're going to search for the products here. The system's going to show you that, in this case, 150 Uba-Tuba slabs are in the system. And they're going to add those 150 products to the session. Now employees will come in and they're going to go to the inventory home, click on the picture for physical counts, and they're going to see that session here. If they have access, they're going to join the session. And this is where they're going to start scanning the individual slabs. So if you're working with a barcode scanner and you've labeled your slabs, you'll be able to use this page to upload all of those pieces. So you want the physical count to go down. The unreconciled should go down from 150, and the reconciled count should go up. Of course, there could be some problems, which is going to fall into the unidentified bucket. So it would show you if that item had been sold, if it was supposed to be at another location, if it's currently supposed to be on a transaction, and if it's unrecognized. So then you're going to be able to make adjustments, make transfers, things like that to correct your inventory. Let me show you an example of one that's been started in the demo. So this is what it'll look like. It'll show all your scans here at the bottom. Unreconciled will go down, reconciled will go up. Nothing so far in this particular session has been unidentified. So just keep in mind, you're going to be going to the All Inventory primarily to be searching for your in-stock items. Then you're going to be able to add that to your cart and start a transaction from that cart. There's other ways of starting transactions, but I do recommend this way. It is the quickest and the most convenient.